angry, Aussie, 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 angry, Aussie, angry.
All right. Thursday night. And howdy, honey. How you doing? What are we? 9th of January. What a wild and crazy year it is already. Huge chunks of LA getting leveled by fire. Very unseasonal. Oh, look, starting with you on. Bad sign. Okay, so I will instead start with a cocktail and do some shorts tonight because I'm behind in doing shorts on the Tubes Use. Oh, no, save it for when there's a few more people. Everyone loves hearing about Blu-ray hauls. I mean, you can tell me now and tell more people later. Look, see where I had Tom. I did the first Tom Kitten video today. Tom Kitten stares into your soul for 1 hour. Yeah. Got the goddamn yawns, that's for sure. Okay, let's do this one first that has the... No, I got confused then. Sweet vermouth, dry vermouth, sherry. This scoot there. Scoot there. This back here. Get all the bits. Oh, get the custard tripod over here. Dang. Hey, Justin. Oh, you're still in LA? Did see those pictures. Yeah. Winter, but I think they've had no rain for 8 months. And those gusty Santa Ana winds. They're saying 100 miles, so like, what's it, 140 kilometer an hour winds? With a fire like that is just fucking nightmare material. Okay, we have a bad case of the yawns this evening. Hopefully, I get that under control. Well, Jesus, maybe not. Who knows? All right. Okay. Get my Trello happening. Okay, it's been very slow. There we go. Sips Adonis. So sherry, Amaro Montenegro will do. Amaro Montenegro. Good Lord. And orange bitters. Where is mine orange bitters? It's here somewhere. There it is. Orange bitters. Get that happening. Okay. Guys. Okay, I really am a bad case of the yawns. Let's get this. Get everything ready. Right. Let's see what we're gonna do. This is a professional thing. And chill my glass. All right. Okay, cannot stop yawning. That's a bad sign. Who's that? Hey, Undead Brett, how you doing? Fire in the west, ice in the east. Yep, extremes. Right. Got that happening. Turn this on that much. All right. Let's go the 45 mils of sweet vermouth. Right. Let's turn the goddamn camera on before we start doing that stuff. Move. Here we go. But, 25 mils of sherry. $20 mils of dry vermouth. And 10 mils of Amaro. Two dashes of orange bitters. All right. So we got that. Oh my god, I cannot stop yawning. Okay. Okay. That going. Give it a stir. Okay. That is tasting pretty good. Nice there. Okay. All right. Cocktail made. Put this aside for now. No, I was going to quickly look up why it was called this. Hey, Dark Cloud Sauron's back as well. Won't be here for long. I hope you have a fine evening as well. Uh, should have looked this up earlier, but looking it up now. Sips Adonis. History. The Sips Bar in Barcelona. Barcelona. Okay, let's get shit ready. Okay. Oh, that's good. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a somewhat unusual cocktail called the Sips Adonis. And I say unusual because it has no spirits in it. It's all aromatized wines and Amaro. And that's not absolutely unique in cocktail world, but it is unusual. Speaking of unusual, the name Sips Adonis comes from the fact that it was created in the Sips Bar in Barcelona. And I am now going to give this a taste test. Ooh, there are some lovely rich flavors in here. And given no spirits, it's a bit lighter on the alcohol content. So you can have this as a sipper late in the night, maybe even have two without judging yourself too harshly. But I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, we put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of sweet vermouth, then just shy of an ounce, around 25 mils of sherry, then 2/3 of an ounce or 20 mils of dry vermouth, and then we're doing 10 mils, about 1/3 of an ounce of Amaro Montenegro, rounding things out with 2 dashes of orange bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. This is almost in the Manhattan. This is almost in the Manhattan family without having any spirits in it. It's like the younger Manhattan that's not into the hard spirits yet. Just got to have some of the vermouths and related fillers in there. And it comes out quite well. I recommend you have a few sips of a Sips Adonis. Cheers. I should put garnishes on it, but I couldn't be bothered. That's just moving sometimes. Put all these stoppers in. Glue it in the case where it's a screw top. A little bit more in here. Just a little, that's mostly water, actually. Oh, I should turn everything off. Off. Like Eli Roth. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, Caleb, how are you doing? And yes, Undead Bread, Advanced D&D has a Necromancer class, yeah. Oh, I friggin' loved playing Necromancer in Diablo. To be fair, I've only played Diablo 2, but I love playing the Necromancer, and that was in an expansion pack. Just like killing your enemies and then using the bodies of people you've killed to attack the people you haven't killed yet. Yeah, the thing about Trump randomly saying the things about acquiring sovereign entities for the United States is very weird. So he's not even in the White House yet. And the weirdness has started. It's just going to be, I think a lot of people have forgotten that basically every week with Trump, there was some new weirdness or some fuckery, and it just kept happening. I would believe Diablo 2 is still the best based on what I've heard people say. Didn't they do a remaster of Diablo 2 to take advantage of newer hardware? I have some vague memory of that being a thing. Remastered Diablo 2. Well, they're up to Diablo 4, aren't they? Like, by all accounts, 3 was a bit of a fuck up. And 4 was better? Because 4 was more like 2? They did a remaster of Warcraft that was terrible. Damn. I've never played Warcraft. So I checked in, hoping for your next upgrade. Keep the record going, Justin. All right. Cherry time. Man, look at this. That's so dark red, it's almost black. That's a necromancer's drink right there. Black as their soul. Oh, fuck it. Oh, okay. Got 2 cherries that time. I had a cherry and it fell off. Stab again, get 2 cherries. That's the cherry gods smiling upon me. Except I should wipe the outside of that jar. It's sticky. With the cherry syrup. That's for another time. Your soul is a fine magenta. That's got a reddish. I think your soul's this color. And the question is your soul this tasty? Oh yeah, Heine. Okay, so Heine got a bunch of Blu-rays. Always interested when someone scores a bunch of stuff. According to Qantas, you're in the top 10% of points earners. Doing all them flights. I hardly ever fly. What am I? Not so much flying, but the limited amount of time I've traveled is a source of some disappointment to me. So over 2 days you got this. Oh my God, I've been completely undisciplined and ordered more booze online, speaking of halls. My excuse was there's this one very particular high proof rum, Smith & Cross, which is like the signature rum of the YouTube cocktail channels. Whenever we join them on live streams, you always got to have a Smith & Cross. And I was almost out of Smith & Cross. And in fact, the one place I know of in Australia that stocks it hadn't stocked it for like a year or more. And they finally said, oh, we got Smith & Cross back in and we'll do you a bargain on it. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting it. Haven't done much traveling since COVID. Yeah. Confined spaces with lots of people. I hear. So Heine's Blu-ray haul. Matrix Revolutions, Austin Powers 1 and 2, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, Contagion, Good Morning Vietnam, The Grinch, all 1080p Blu-ray editions. Nice. Oh God, Contagion is fucking topical. Now we've lived through a pandemic, a mild one. In Contagion, the I think it's a swine flu variant is has a high mortality rate. Is a nasty one. Good morning, Vietnam. This is not a test. This is rock and roll. Trivia. I read once that Adrian Cronauer was a real person. The character Robin Williams plays in Good Morning Vietnam was a real person, but the only bits from the movie that are at all accurate, because the Forces radio was very staid. Cronauer would start the streams with that yell of "Good Morning Vietnam," and he'd play rock and roll, which no one up to that point had been doing. But all the other stuff, like, with Williams improving and the impersonation stuff, Adrian Cronauer didn't do any of that stuff. Oh, I read that. First human death from this scary bird flu in the US. Imagine being one of those full-time flight reviewers who fly around the world reviewing flights for YouTube. Oh God, I saw this one video. You might even know the channel, Justin. I think the guy's from Singapore, but he does it so much with the flights and's got so many million frequent flyers. He got an upgrade to this is basically Emperor class on Singapore Airlines. It's like the secret super duper upgrade, like where for the flight you're basically in an apartment. Like you have a bed, a lounge room, and a bathroom. That was wild. Oh yeah, I forgot that bit. To being friends with the Vietnamese. Well, terrorist, freedom fighter. Depends what side of the fence you're on. But yeah, even just all the jokes. Adrian Cronauer didn't do the jokes, apparently. Under Brett, Casey Neistat does great videos. He's done stuff in videos where I don't really agree with that, but just broadly speaking, does very high quality videos. God, I'm reflexively wanting to talk about Mr. Beast again. Not to shit on him probably as much as he deserves, but I still think one of the most telling things about him is not people complaining about he's difficult to work with, not people saying he's rip-off, not people trying to do takedowns on him, but people who like him, who still say like he's not quite a normal person. And one in particular, talking to this guy who used to be Mr. Beast's editor, a guy who also did editing for Logan Paul, because he's just a very good editor. So he'd have conversations with Mr. Beast where there'd some high-profile channels who do really nice vlog-style videos, and that's Casey Neistat was one of them. Emma Chamberlain was another that was specifically mentioned. And Mr. Beast would say, looking at these videos, I don't understand why they don't do X, Y, Z. If they did that, they'd get millions more views. And all they'd have to do is that. And they're the editor trying to explain to him, these videos are a personal expression, and it's their version of art, essentially. And if they did what you're saying, it wouldn't be their video anymore. It wouldn't be them. And the self-expression is more important to them than the extra tens of millions of views. And Mr. Beast just could not process this, that people would have artistic integrity and they would rather stick to their vision than produce things like a machine and get tens of millions more views. He literally couldn't understand it. No one on this stream is going to be a dick rider for Mr. Beast. But yeah, the whole flying and business class, and yeah, it's wild. Look, I mean, there's that kid whose channel makes an absolute fucking fortune, and all he's doing is opening toys and playing with them, and it's like the #1 kids channel and gets tens of millions of views. It's a kid fucking opening toys and playing with them. I said that with only a little bit of jealousy. I mean, I am, whenever I see someone do something that's successful, I'm like, oh, good for them. Yes, you know who I'm talking about, Home for the Elderly, Ryan's World. Yeah, well, the fun thing about kids' YouTube, it's much harder to get advertising on videos for kids on YouTube. But if you're successful, the endorsements and merchandising is mega huge. Like there's an Australian, like almost no one's heard of them. And I've forgotten what they're called. There's an Australian kids music channel. Like, think the Wiggles, but younger. And they're friggin' huge. And they're not very well known outside of their YouTube bubble. Yeah, the kids keep watching the videos over and over. Yeah. But my kids were pre-YouTube, but we had the first 2 seasons of Pokemon on VHS. Holy shit, we watched them a lot. God, I used to know them off by heart, actually. But they were never into the later seasons, so I don't know all the 3rd, 4th, 5th generation Pokemon. I don't know them. I only know the first 2 generations of Pokemon. But yeah, kids will watch the same thing over and over. I would read them bedtime stories. They would go for the same bedtime stories over and over. I mean, honestly, it's a good thing. Oh, man. That's actually quite good. Give that an 8 out of 10. Ooh, the Austin Powers disc. Does it have the BBC song on it? What is the BBC song? Is that about the British broadcaster, or is that about big black cocks? I imagine you have to wait for videos to buffer the whole way before watching them, like back in the day. Yeah, dial up. Damn. Hit play and then hit pause and go away for a minute. Okay, so you know what he's talking about. I don't actually know what he's talking about. Oh, I had I set up the Tom Kitten YouTube channel today and uploaded a 1-hour video. Okay, so it's weird. Austin Powers and Dr. Evil did a full album between the 3 films. Damn. Remember the song? Okay. Justin, you watch the movies over and over. You used to watch Barney the Purple. Yeah. It depends on the kid, what they watch. Like my kids weren't Wiggles kids. They were High Five kids. Worked for me because there were hotties in High Five. Not to disrespect the Wiggles, the OG Wiggles, but none of them really did it for me. Okay, you're with me, Brett. Yeah, I don't remember the songs. Hey, Madam Butterfly. I was going to say, how are you? But I saw your message on Twitter earlier, and you're not feeling great. But thank you for saying hi. Now, I was considering, I'm going to make another short video. Oh, and Home for the Elderly, you wanted me to do the have the tall ships / red sails in the sunset, which is what I did call it in the end. In retrospect, I don't know that was a good idea. I think I maybe should have stuck with tall ships. C'est la vie. What's done is done. That's going live in 4 days because I only finished sort of editing it today, and just with my cycle, the next, well, one full-length one went live today before I'd finished with the editing. Yeah, well, maybe I could do it again, just the boozy version, and just call it Tall Ships. It's the sour is good. Mix of pineapple and lime juice. I mean, a little bit hesitant to toot my own horn, but what was the most cringy thing my kids would watch? They weren't that cringy, actually. High Five probably is what you'd call the most cringy. I did that. Tall Ships in a Tall Glass as a highball. And it's good. Actually, it's good as a highball. I think the one that most people are going to like is the sour. Call that one the Tall Ships. Yeah. Yeah, the red sail's in the rocks glass. So yeah, but as a highball with I topped it with mineral water. It was good. But some days you're feeling down, go back, watch a video of Stephen Joyce getting hit in the face with a dildo. Found out the incident had its own Wikipedia page. LOL. Massimo, hello guy who looks like Jack Black. Hey! Okay. I get that. I get that. Like literally, my son, who's 23, works in a bar in the city, and I happen to be going past. Do I know you? Okay? Sure. So I was saying, yeah. So I happened to be near the bar where he works at lunchtime, and I dropped in to see if he was there. And someone at the front desk said, "Oh no, he's not in today." And I went, "Oh, I just thought I'd come over today." And then I got a text from my son a little bit later that his coworker had texted him, said, "You didn't tell me your dad was Jack Black." So yeah, I absolutely get the Jack Black reference. I mean, older, fat guy with beard and longish hair. Dr. Evil did just the two of us. I haven't watched them in ages. God, I think I saw something the other day of Mike Myers toying with doing another Austin Powers movie, but he's like 60-something. Jack Black and also his co-worker. All right, so there's music videos in the extras. Nice. Now I just want to validate how old he is. I think he must be way into his 60s. Canadian actor and comedian Mike Myers. Oh no, he's only 61. 61, 62 this year. Oh God, it's going to throw me for a while trying to work dates out. I have to remember it's 2025 now, not 2024. So he's 61, turns 62 this year. So he's only a bit older than me. Okay, so you've just got one music video on the Blu-ray. Same as a Laserdisc. There you go. All right. I'm going to check the cupboard. Do I have blackcurrant liqueur or something I can fake as blackcurrant liqueur? I think maybe I don't have actual blackcurrant liqueur. No, I do. I have creme de beurre. Neat. Okay. Next up, black and white daiquiri. get my coconut rum out. All right, time to move a bunch of things. Not doing sips of Adonis, black and white daiquiri. Yeah, coconut rum and white rum. Okay, let's can go. Oh no, wait, I should put this back in there. Okay. Now I want to get these ones out of the way. I'll put them here for the moment. Who did you look up? Kevin Costner's 69. Nice. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do the same glass. Let's do that. Let's do this. Got to get a couple of things. 5 mils sugar syrup. Ah, shite. I didn't bring the right sugar syrup out. Right, I got to disappear for, less than 60 seconds. Just got to get the appropriate sugar syrup. Just being a perfectionist. Got to use my lime oleosaccharum for this special sugar syrup. All right, let's get some shit sorted. All right, I'm gonna move this chair out of the way. So what's that? Home for the Elderly. Had a CD arrive from eBay. Flaming Pie by Paul McCartney, last good album. Excited to see it arrive. Out of parcel, you're like, yeah, something's off. Turned out it was a pirated disc. Oh, that fucking sucks. You know, when they try to make it look real. So, a fucking scammer. It's like, if it's a pirated disc, I suppose they're not going to go on eBay and say it's a pirated disc, are they? Fucking scammer. All right. Now, white rum. This one's nearly empty, so I'll use that. Okay. A little bit more ice in here. No. Put that in when I shake it. Need to rinse this out so it doesn't look funny. Ha! Oh, the seller didn't know it was. That's interesting. The seller didn't know it was pirated. Brett, I will tell you about my filming setup when I get back. And I will actually shoot something in the meantime. Okay, white rum, homemade coconut rum, creme de menthe, sugar syrup, lime juice, which I squeezed just yesterday. Okay, what do we want? Okay, 45 mils of coconut rum, 22.5 mils of white rum, fair bit of rum. I might even just pour that into the coconut rum, quite honestly. Okay. But creme de menthe, yes, we're all good. We're ready to go. Get the GoPro and sit that there. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's go. As Mario would say. White rum. Creme de menthe. I haven't used this in ages. Good to have an outing for it. Lime juice. And sugar syrup. Ooh, that's a good oleosaccharin. Okay, how was that? Let's see, we put that in there. That in there. I'm going to put a bit more ice in here. It's good, a little bit more ice. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, honestly. What a miracle that wasn't a bigger drama. Ugh. Jesus. Okay. Right. That there. Just make sure this is lined up properly. That looks good. And we're going to shake our booties right down to the ground. All right. Cocktail made. We'll just take a picture for publicity purposes. Let's do this. That'll do. All right. Now, a quick talky bit, because this is just a short video. I've knocked the plug out while moving. Oh. Okay. Record. So audio, video. Okay, you can load Zoom. Let's do it. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a daiquiri variation called a black and white daiquiri. So named because it has white rum and blackcurrant liqueur in it, also known as creme de menthe. Sorry, I can never take that name seriously. It's like French version of blackcurrant. And I always get creme. All right, trying to keep the straight face. Creme de menthe, M-U-R-E. Anyway, blackcurrant liqueur. And actually, it's a split of white rum and coconut rum. I'm using homemade coconut rum. I've done this a few ways. My favorite, this one, is actually done by infusing cream of coconut, like Coco Lopez, into white rum. This is my favorite result for some homemade coconut rum. Little tip there. I'm assuming this is going to be sweeter than your average daiquiri, but I'm willing to give it a go. Let's taste it. Oh, yeah. This, again, it is definitely sweeter than an average daiquiri, but if you have a little sweet tooth like me, you're going to like it. I'll show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of coconut rum, then 3/4 ounce or 22.5 mils of white rum, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of creme de menthe, and then 15 mils, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and finally just around a bar spoon or 5 mils of sugar syrup. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass. A fruitier, sweeter daiquiri. What's not to love? And I get to use a couple of things I don't use that often. My creme de menthe, see, I said it a bit more sensibly that time, and my homemade coconut rum. It's come together really well. Give it a go. I think you'll like it. The black and white daiquiri. Cheers. All right, string a bit more in here. That'll do for making videos tonight. All right. Let's put that there and put my phone in my pocket, maybe. What are we doing? All right, switch a few things off. Ooh, I may have to go out and wash my hands. Very sticky at the moment. Let's just sit down for a little. Oh, let's get these out of the way so I don't knock them over. Not saying I'm a clumsy motherfucker, but hey, I'm a clumsy motherfucker. Okay. Hey, Prince, how you doing? BBC is Big Black Cocks. BBW is Big Beautiful Women. Put an extra B for Big Beautiful Black Women. Hey, Celtic. You're here. I got stuff. Okay, you know what? I'm definitely going to wash my hands before I open the stuff you sent me. It's too sticky otherwise. So you know what? I might do it now because my hands are genuinely quite sticky. Not for porn reasons. All right. Now, sitting down. Hey, Prince, haven't seen you for a little while. Oh, it's good to see you. Now, all right. So, oh shit! Did I not turn that off? Oh, I did. Good. Okay, so to answer. Where are we? Okay, Brett, Undead Brett. My filming setup. Adam Butterfly, thanks for dropping in. Always nice to see you. Go back to sleep, of course. And Chris, hello. Sudden influx of freedom. Nice to see you. Okay, so as you may be able to guess, I'm working in a relatively constrained space. I have to move this chair I'm sitting in when I go to shoot something. So close-ups when I'm making cocktails, I do with the GoPro because it has good slow motion, like really quite good slow motion feature. And I edit those slow pours in. My main camera is a Sony, which I've had for about, 10 years. 4K Handycam. I think I paid about $1,000 for it 10 years ago. And I record audio on my Zoom recorder and match up the audio and video in post-production. And you can see I've got colored lights back there. And I just use that ring light for fill lighting. It serves me very well, Chris, that camera. That's surfacing. Chris, can you smell the California fire smoke? 2,000 kilometers away, so no. It is like asking if there's fires in Melbourne, asking someone in Brisbane if they can smell it, just so you know. Yeah, and the reason I got that's a video camera as opposed to an SLR, because back in, I don't know if SLRs still have this limitation, but they used to have this limitation where they couldn't record for more than 10 continuous minutes. It's actually a tax thing. It's very weird. And I would do long rambling monologues that went way longer than 10 minutes. So I needed a video specific camera. Last time I've been to Melbourne Airport, fuck knows. It would be to pick someone up or drop someone off. It wouldn't be for a trip myself. Yeah, okay. I thought that was gone, Chris, but back when I started YouTube, that was a thing. But yeah, for what I do, the camcorder is the best option. Man, that Decker is actually quite nice. 2 8 out of 10s tonight. I like that. Neither of them are legend cocktails. Neither of them are going to make my top 10 for the year, I don't think. But 8 out of 10, solid cocktails. Would recommend them to someone else. Yeah, I have to admit, Celtic, I kind of like the look of a video camera too, particularly if you go even up market from that, where you have the funky lenses that look like film camera lenses. That just looks cool. Sorry, why weren't you here on Tuesday night? I don't think it came up. I mean, it was a good stream. It was fun. It was just, this is normal sort of stream. I don't know what to say. It was just did all the stuff we'd normally do. Oh God, that's the Jimmy rum's got a really distinct flavor. Like a lot of white rums have almost no flavor, like they're almost vodka. I've got a couple of good Australian white rums that seriously have flavor. I'm actually speaking about rums, I won't do it tonight. I might do it tomorrow night. Because I need my fucking Pyrex thing, and it's dirty because I was making a clarified cocktail today. So I might do a rum blend, an infinity rum blend, empty bottles that only have a little bit in them, and put it in the barrel for a week or so to get the flavors really going. Great. Oh, nice, Chris. Great week. What are the good things been happening to you, Chris? It says your sister's last night in Oz for 6 months, had Indian for dinner. Watched the Netflix doco about the old guy being a pilgrim. Don't know what that is. Oh, there's like a new hyper-violent Western on Netflix, I think today. American Primeval. So the guy in the doco is an Aussie. I think I may have seen like a promo for that. It's sounding a little bit familiar to something I saw during the week. Like, when you're going through the, things on Netflix when it's recommending you and get the picture. I think I saw the Netflix promo for it. Yes, yeah, that's it. The Way, My Way. Yep, I did actually see a thing for that. Chris, full story trailer for Short One put out. Nice. Yes, I actually saw the theme song on you. I think you put it on the socials today. Home for the elderly. Don't like to speak Illawarra. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Ostentatious. Still don't have Netflix. Well, I'm sure you've got enough entertainment and fulfillment in your life anyway, Chris. I have to admit, there's a bunch of stuff on Netflix that's only on Netflix that I quite like. That daiquiri is going up in my estimation. Like I said, I think it's because of the Jimmy rum. So it's got this funk. Real rum lovers talk about the funk in the rum. It's typical of Jamaican rums. And I agree. NFL on Netflix is strange. I have seen them advertising that as well. What did I have for dinner? A meal replacement shake. You'll be hearing that answer more often. Not every night, but you will be hearing it more often. It's just the way it is. I am enjoying my break. I have been going through things and sorting things, getting our life in a bit more order. I found the stereotypical big tub of random cables, and I pulled them all out and tied them up neatly. So now it's a tub of neatly tied up cables that are possibly useless. I found two. I forgot I had two old Apple laptops. One is a really old one. It's when they did the color clamshell ones. It's orange. I think I won it in a competition actually, and it still works. I started it up, and the other one is a more modern black Apple laptop that I haven't switched on in years, and it started up too. So that was a plus. Yeah, that's basically what's going on. I don't hate them, but I like food better. At the moment, I have strawberry and vanilla. And yes, I have that paranoia of if I throw out the cables, I'll need them. I have bars to mix it up as well, actually. Is that rare? Rare black MacBook. Is it in here? Is that rare? It might be in here. It is. Okay. I'll show them to you. Okay. So this is the really old one. Clamshell. And it works. It started up. Okay. The black one. All right. God, it's so dusty. This one, it's black. So the orange one is a G3. Look at it, it's black. It's so black. But yeah, this still works too. So, I don't know, I'll be looking for a new home for them. So I'm not going to keep those. That's a rare one. Okay. It's a collector's item. I am not keeping the MacBooks because I don't use them. Got to find a new home for them. Yeah, okay, sell them. Buy booze. You keep the black one. I have no use for it. I mean, I guess I could sell it on eBay. Seems like a fucking hassle. It's rare. How much do people pay for it? The collectors don't use it either. Ah, well. We did get really consistent rain for the vast majority of the day on Monday, Safa. I was actually surprised at how much rain we got on Monday. There sure was a lot of it. I was really happy to... okay, but CBD, I did go in to see how big a hassle it was to go to the post office. Got some stuff from Toby. Okay, Celtic King. What's in here? Receipts. Okay, what do we got? Let me know what's making life worthwhile. Strawberry watermelon prime. Oh, that energy drink. Yeah, okay. Oh, good Lord. What'd you get? Oh, nice. Pizza and Coke. I mean, gotta love that. Okay, some Christian. What's this? What's this printout? What is this? I'm trying to work out what this is. ASMR tapping. Okay. Okay, have I had all these? Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay. Little Anzac Day card. Is that put out by the Christians, the lest we forget? What is the most stolen book of all time? The Bible? Yes, okay. You've actually... the lest we forget one's new, but you've sent me the other one. Okay. What's in the different envelopes? Okay. It's just going to be a motherfucker. Oh wait, I've got a knife here. Maybe this will make my life a bit easier. Will it? Will it make my life easier? Maybe. Yep, that's a bit better. Yes, Death Star plans, Brett. Sorry, Chris, what did you copy from Reddit? Sorry, you saw it once. Turning it as it has issues. Okay. Rare, but not in a good way. It didn't age well. Okay, what's in here? All right. What did you send me here? Catechism, grounded in Christian truth. Today's increasingly post-Christian world. Sure. And random things. Instructions for setting up a monitor. Fair enough. What's in this one? Okay. What do we have in here? It's like something stuck to the envelope. That's being very weird. It's a Simpsons beach towel. You got a Simpsons beach towel. It's stuck to the inside of it. I thought you were sending me something for Abigail. That won't come out. But you wow. Honestly, if that's your Simpsons beach towel, I'm jealous. So because you have an i7 daily driver laptop. I use this laptop. This is a laptop. I keep finding laptops when I'm cleaning up. So I've found 5 laptops so far. 1 really old Windows laptop. The rest are probably functional. Celtic, did you send stuff at 2 different times? So I got 3 things there. Did you send more than 3 things is the question. Yeah, I mean, someone a couple of years ago tried to send me a more modern MacBook that they thought would be good for me to edit videos. All right, if there's something for Abigail, I got to look a bit more closely because I'm not seeing it. So yeah, Celtic King, did you send more than 3 things, or did you send stuff on different days? Because I may have got another notification after picking this stuff up today that there was more. Hard to know what. Okay, so Justin, your immediate upgrade is premium economy. You're going to work them for business class tomorrow. Oh, well. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I thought that's not as good as the last. No, that's a different drink. I mean, it's not bad, but I was just thinking, like, wait, what happened to that daiquiri I really liked? It almost sounds like a scam or a euphemism, doesn't it? Premium economy, but it does mean better seats and more space. Oh yes, Safa, look on the Discord. Justin posted pics. We're flying into LA. You could see the fires. Okay, Celtic, you sent more than 3 things. Okay, I did not get something addressed to Abigail in the post office box. They were all addressed to me. All right. Probably won't go into the post office box again until next week. So hopefully it will be there then. Hopefully the postman didn't steal it. Oh no, so I was just seeing this stuff on the Discord. Heine watching Austin Powers doing the song. Streaky Sega posting the laser discs. Oh yes, Rain posted the link. It's like the mayor of LA or the governor of LA cut funding for fire services while boosting funding to the cops. Chris, you reckon all the West Coast cities are going to burn? Oh, it's a wake up call. It's like a disastrous, and it's not over. The disastrous fires in LA are wiping. So okay, so the one you sent is due Tuesday. All right. I'll wait till I get the notification, I guess. Saf, I think Justin actually posted the pictures both in General Neurospicy and Is Angry streaming tonight. So, oh my God, I don't know if you've seen like videos of whole areas being burnt out. The winds, when you see trees on fire and the winds are obviously so high, damn. Chris, why you left news? One day the city would burn. You didn't want to watch the horror firsthand. Yeah, if I can get it. Yeah, it will be very lucky if those are the only 5 people who die. I think we're a bit more realistic. Things still get out of control. Like, did anyone die in our most recent ones, the ones that were in the national park? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but the whole thing is summer's obviously a higher risk season in LA. But from what I'm reading, like they've had no rain for 8 months and just freakishly strong winds whipping these fires around. Chris, American firefighters in rough shape refuse to get fire trucks that can fit down roads. Also, in California, a significant proportion of the firefighters are incarcerated people. Prisoners, basically. It's like a form of day release. Go out and risk your life fighting fires. That's not what I was saying, Safa. I mean, just the fires that just happened in the national park. Fire trucks of behemoths. I saw a story that someone just got a bulldozer, like in the Palisades, which got kind of wiped out, the really expensive area. When the fire trucks couldn't get up the street, someone got a bulldozer and just went up the street and just fucking trashed dozens of cars, just scooped them out of the way and absolutely fucking trashed them. So the fire truck could get in. I think Celebrity Homes being doxxed. Oh my God, there was the funniest video where the news people are doing there, and Steve Guttenberg comes up to them and says, people have got to move. If you're leaving your cars, leave the keys in the car. So when we have to move it for a fire truck, we can do that. And the news person's going, thank you, sir, for talking to us live. What was your name? And he goes, my name's Steve Guttenberg. It was so funny that the news guy didn't recognize Steve Guttenberg. It's hilarious. Christmas, wildland firefighters are slaves. Yeah. Interviewed one, asked them if they're ever going to get a different type. And here's the thing. California has rules that ex-cons can't join the fire force. So while they're incarcerated, they can essentially be enslaved. I think they get to choose whether or not they do it. But, you know, they're not being paid to proper wage to do it. And they can be incredibly important, life-saving firefighters, and then they can't get a fucking job as a firefighter when they get out of prison. I know, Dr. Abigail, isn't Word Nerd Day? That's like our thing. Steve Guttenberg's heyday was definitely 80s, 90s. The Police Academy movies, 3 Men and a Baby. but not. I mean, seriously, I just saw a low res sort of video this big on my screen, and first time I saw it, it was without news. It was like, well, that's obviously Steve. Sorry, first time I saw it, I didn't have audio on. It was out there's Steve Gutenberg talking to someone. And then I listened to it, and I didn't hear the end bit. And then I watched it again another time, and there was the extra bit in the end where the TV person went, "What's your name, sir?" Steve Gutenberg. Wicked was wicked. I basically heard consistently good things about Wicked. Yeah, I didn't hear the end bit the first time. I heard it the second time. And I just found it funny that someone doing news in LA did not instantly recognize Steve Gutenberg. I know. It's just like, I don't want to be super hard on the American system, although I think it's the worst. But it's not great in Australia. But yeah, it's like if someone serves their time, you can't keep penalizing them. They've got to be part of society. Yes. Yes, nice Simpsons reference. Who made you, Steve Gutenberg? Us, we do. We do. Okay, back in the 90s, when the internet was mostly text, I was on various news group, and there was a Simpsons fan news group. And when the Stonecutters episode of The Simpsons came out, which was a joke about the Masons and secret societies and bloody, 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 blah. And someone replied in the group, it's like, the Stonecutters episode, and it's going like, why do people think that the Masons do all this stuff? Like, I'm in the Masons, and we're just, it's just like a social club. We're not controlling the world, not all this shit. We're not. And I just replied like, okay, dude, 2 points. One, it's the Simpsons. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke about what people think about the Masons and conspiracy theories. Second, if you were a member of a secret society that was controlling the world, what you said is exactly what you would say. Honestly, we're not doing it. Chris, if they serve their time, they can never work or vote again. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Marginalizing people after they get out of prison. I kind of agree, Safra. It's one of the best Simpsons episodes. There's probably worse prison systems, but the US, I think, has a third of all incarcerated people in the world. Seriously, fast food restaurants stuff. I know they have call centers in prisons. They have road gangs. The No Homers Club, yes. The US definitely has the most people per capita in prison, and I think it has 1/3 of the entire world's incarcerated population. The prison industrial complex, it's literally like, it's like, yay, we banned slavery, except for prisoners. There was a specific thing inscribed in the Emancipation Proclamation that people in prison could still be enslaved, and they are. And that was always fun when Clinton supporters were trying to pretend they were paragons of virtue. And I went, dude, they had when Clinton was governor of Arkansas, he had fucking slaves maintaining the grounds of the governor's mansion. The Clintons had slaves working for them, for fuck's sake. They could have chosen to not have slaves working for them, but they did not change the system. They had fucking slaves. And yes, the school to prison pipeline for non-white populations, and even for poor white people as well. Chris, you sure when Trump deports undesirables won't end up in a private prison working? Oh, God. Yeah, no. It's... And that is the thing. The prison industrial complex in the US is very strong. Indentured servitude. Yeah. The transported convicts were... it wasn't chattel slavery, but it was indentured servitude. And they served a certain number of years, then they're free. We also had Pacific Islanders who were kidnapped and enslaved to work like in the cane fields in Queensland, which was given the quaint name of blackbirding. At least the indentured servitude of convicts was actually legal and had a legal framework. The kidnapping and enslavement of Pacific Islanders and Indigenous Australians in the cane fields in Queensland was illegal, but was just allowed to happen. Chris, the prison industrial complex. Oh, yeah. Oh, they fucking love Trump. Oh, yeah. Britain just wanted to get rid of a bunch of people and use them to populate the colony. It was a minor miracle the colony survived because they did not have people with the right skills, but they somehow made it work. A lot of people had a very bad life. The Greenland thing. What the fuck? Hey, folks, buckle up. We got 4 years of just the weirdest shit. A new weird fucked up thing every week. He's not even in the White House, and we've got the first weird fucked up thing. Him saying he won't rule out using force to control Greenland or the Panama Canal. Panama Canal, I think he's serious. And that would literally be a war. If he tried to forcibly take control of the Panama Canal, that would literally be a violent war. So, okay, I actually looked up the whole Greenland thing. Greenland technically comes under Denmark's constitution, but Denmark has given Greenland a lot of independence. You're pro changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Freedom. Don't know what that fun fact means, Safa. No road from Panama to South America. But anyway, yeah, I think Trump might actually be serious about forcibly taking control of the Panama Canal, which honestly, bad fucking idea for a lot of people. But what are you going to do? Greenland is a Commonwealth. Well, again, I think in as much as, well, then Denmark is Greenland's England. Denmark have given them a lot of freedom. I think they have their own constitution. But yeah, it's like, big surprise, Trump is just saying unhinged shit. That's what Trump does. Trump says unhinged shit. He just does. It's his whole fucking thing. And what's going to happen? Who knows? I love that the social media companies are going mask off. Like Zuckerberg just going, oh yeah, Facebook's just going to let people do slurs against minorities because, you know, that's more real. I feel like that's giving Trump a lot of credit. Loki in disguise, having fun, 4th years up. It's also difficult to tell with Trump when he's serious and when he's just fucking winding people up. Because there's definitely times where he's just like winding people up. It's just like, because he's literally, he knows he can do whatever he wants. It's absolutely hinged. Yeah, take Canada, mate. Call it North Freedom. That is a winning strategy. Did John Tom Jr. go to Greenland? Do they have good cocaine in Greenland? Is that why he went there? That's kind of what I thought, Justin. Denmark is giving Greenland a lot of independence, but it's not strictly speaking independent. Oh, gosh. Celtic Saw VD, angry and abusive to J-Dubs. I mean, is that lose-lose or win-win? Oh, Chris, winning all the time. What's funny, if the Conservatives win the next Canadian election, which seems kind of likely, they're just going to, we love Donald Trump. It's very funny. And by funny, I mean horrifying. But, you know, if you don't laugh, you cry. And I don't feel like crying today, so I'll just laugh for a while. Ha ha. Canadian Conservatives are your Democrats. Except the Canadian Conservatives win some elections. They do love the healthcare, but they are very weird. Like, there were those brothers, and one of them is dead now, but he was like a crack dealer. The Fords? Was it Doug Ford, who's dead? Was caught selling crack? But his brother's still there and still just being fucking unhinged. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice though. Okay. That is true. Technically, we answer to the king, not the UK government. You'd be Canadian Conservative if it meant you got healthcare. I fucking feel you, man. I really do. Yeah, people here government people don't take an oath to the UK government. They take an oath to the monarch. Oh, man, that's so fucking yummy. Every time I do that, it reminds me I've got to do it for my YouTube channel. My cocktail channel. A Bitter Blood. Dr. Abigail had a big day. Magic at the Gathering, caught up with a friend for drinks, slept for 17 hours, took you 2 hours to get out of bed because your muscles hurt. Yeah, that's fair. Didn't even wake up to your phone ringing or someone knocking at your door. Damn. Oh, nice. Chris, you've been allowed to have therapy restarted. That's good. Stuff at the Australia Act of 84. I have no idea what that is, actually. UK government's a foreign government, but we recognise the king. Yeah. Well, honestly, I think if the neighbours knew about the Angry Bar and the cocktails, they probably would come around. I'd just keep it a secret. Oh, man, it's fucking yummy. And I made another clarified cocktail today, a very tropical one, which I haven't tasted yet. I'll probably taste that tomorrow night. It will have finished filtering by now. I can fix that up when I finish here. Chris, holidays. Oh, yeah. And that's the whole thing. When there's a pressure to be around family or not around, there are so many reasons. The holidays. We don't really call it, because I know in the US it's like you count Thanksgiving at the end of November. That's when the holidays start. We don't have that. But yeah, the pressure to be around family when so many people have so many good reasons for that to not be a good thing. Damn. 30 degrees in your apartment. Well, that sucks. What is it outside now? Like in the middle of a 3-4 day run of high temperatures. What's Bomb saying? A mere 26 outside. And tomorrow is a mere 30 maximum, not 35. Then 33 on Saturday and 30 on Sunday. 28 Monday, 30 Tuesday. Oh, man, it's not the worst. We sometimes get the things where for a week or two we get 35 to 40 plus, and it doesn't go much below 30 at night. I was always quite hopeful that portable aircon would alleviate things a little bit in your apartment. Is that 90? What's that in freedom units? What is it? It's 86 Fahrenheit. So basically our external maximums have been 85 to 95 in Freedom units. But yes, what Abigail is suffering from is that's what it's like inside her place. Big concrete building that stores heat. Ugh. It was a couple of years ago we had a heat wave, and the air conditioning in my place was broken, and the fucking landlord wouldn't fix it. It was like a 2-week heat wave. And it was between 85 and 105 in Freedom units for 2 weeks, and we had no air conditioning. So we basically had filled the bath with water and would periodically just sit in the bath of cold water to cool down. Kind of pointless running a fan as well. Yeah, the heat soaked into the concrete. Aircon's a lifesaver. Yeah, but you can't run it 24/7. Yeah. Damn. Ugh. Like, I bought that unit when our house-wide one broke. We could cool one room with that. Like I said, we were just regularly sitting in a bathtub going, "Oh, this is okay." Our aircon works at the moment, so we're very spoiled. In the US, you can switch your aircon in hotels from Freedom units to normal units. I love that everyone in the stream knows what that means. This house has wooden floorboards, except for the kitchen, which is tiled, and so they're creaky. Like the bedroom can be very creaky. So if either I or Mrs. Angry gets up, you have to pee in the middle of the night, might wake the other one up, walking just sort of. If it's not that, it's fucking possums in the roof. Possums getting the zoomies and racing from one end of the roof to the other. It's incredibly annoying. Yeah, this is non-Freedom units. Made a collection of movie called Abigail's Pick. Nice. That's a quality life choice, Safa. Eating cheese. 100% on board with eating cheese. I keep doing this thing of going to the super. Hey, look, they've got one of their luxury cheeses didn't sell, and it's probably a day from growing mold, but it's half price. So you get this block of luxury cheese that's probably about to go moldy, but it's half price. So just cut the mold off. And I particularly got this one recently that Mrs. Angry and I both love. It was Spanish sheep's milk cheese infused with truffles. Fuck me, it was awesome. So I think the Spanish name for the sheep's milk cheese is manchega. This is manchega with like little lines of black truffle in it. Fuck me, it was good. Celtic King, a couple of weeks ago, op shop had to shut. Got to nearly. Oh god, you had no aircon. Oh yeah, no, that's unsafe. It's got like when Hannah tells us about the loading dock that just gets to 40 and there's no air, and it's just unsafe. Safa says the opposite of Freedom units is oppression units. Chris is like the oppression officers in city skylines. You have the normal viewing of. Oh, you've got Wicked on Plex. Nice. Akash, hello. Hey, fuck yeah. Nerd question. Fucking do it. And also, Akash, I don't know. I feel like maybe you've been on the stream before, but most people watch on YouTube. That's why I put the comments up. So, because I multi-stream to Facebook and Twitch as well. You had power outages. We had the lights flicker. They went on and off. And because I've worked for energy companies, Mrs. Angry goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, that was a power fluctuation. That's one step away from a power outage. It's just like there was a hiccup in the thing, and we're lucky it didn't trip any safety things. So the lights just went, and we were cool. You say the authoritarian units. Well, I mean, we even call them imperial measurements. And that's not imperial under the power of an empire. That's not very free. So yeah, Akash, if you have a nerd question, fucking all over that shit, man. Sorry, person, I have no idea where you are on the gender spectrum. All right, Akash. Why we use grape before the name of Alexander? Okay. I think you can make a solid case that Alexander was a bad person who killed just a horrific number of people. I think the answer is he's far enough back in history that we don't feel bad about it. I would be on board with not calling Alexander of Macedonia the Great. Am I right? Was he from Macedonia? I feel like he was Alexander of Macedonia. I would be 100% on board with not calling him the Great. But I legit think the answer is it's so far back in history, the people he murdered and enslaved, it's so far back, we can forget about it. And he may be Macedonia. What did I say? I think the legit answer is so far back in history, we let it slide. Okay, so we agree. We maybe just don't call him Alexander the Great, Alexander of Macedonia. I had an idea for a sketch, actually. There was a movie with Colin Farrell playing Alexander. It's just called Alexander. And there's one of the most famous ones where he's got his massive army and they're going this big thing and he's riding back and forth making a speech. And I remember watching this movie going, no one more than 2 rows back is going to hear this. And I was just thinking of having a sketch with a couple guys up the back in armor just going, what do you think he's saying? He's just trying to whip up the guys in the front because they're dead. They are so dead. They're dead 5 minutes within 5 minutes of the start. So he's just trying to get them whipped up. A 4-hour cut of Alexander. Damn. Yeah, and my big thing was just do a sketch where the guys up the back go, what do you think he's talking about? Okay, second question. Akash, wife or girlfriend? I am I'm coming up on my 20-year anniversary with my partner, Mrs. Angry. Dr. Abigail, despite, I assume we're talking about Alexander here, attempting to conquer India, parts of India that romanticize him. City's named Alexandria because of his travels. God, Cypher, you're living your best fucking life, man. Cheese? Rockmelon? What millionaire lifestyle are you living there, man? No fucking shade. I applaud you living your best life. Oh, Justin, what did you post on Discord? Let me try and see. Did those jokes about from ChatGPT, US using imperial measurements? Okay. This is a question that most women I know have. Why do women's pants have no pockets or small pockets? The funniest post I saw online of this was a woman who's like buying jeans for her like 4 or 5 year old son. And his jeans had better pockets than her pants did. And she's going, why the fuck has he got pockets? What the fuck is he carrying? I wish someone would answer this. What fashion design... So I think what it comes down to is women's fashion is designed to have smooth lines as opposed to being functional, where it's like men's fashion is like, don't be too smooth and fashionable. That's gay. Have pockets everywhere. Actually, Safra, I fucking hate rock melon. I don't eat it. I fucking hate it. You reckon Alexander was more benevolent? Everyone was a murderous psychopath in that period. Dr. Abreu, confirming you're correct. Alexander, I didn't remember what I said. Yeah, no, I didn't remember what I said. So it's like, yeah, Home for the Elderly, you're saying it's the smooth lines, no bulges. Yeah, it is. It's the patriarchy. It's the fucking patriarchy. Women's fashions have to be about their shape. Men get to be functional. Short answer to the pockets question, not to ruin the body outline. Yeah. And they sell accessories like handbags. That also makes sense. Sell accessories. Yeah, sexism and the patriarchy. That's what it comes down to. Thank you for the questions, Akash. They've been good for conversation stimulation. You come up on this conspiracy, they give pockets to women, they'll buy. Yeah, no. That's what, yeah, you and Dr. Abigail agree. It's to make them buy accessories. Yes. No, I fucking hate melon, basically, Safa. Don't like melon. Aye, men like bulges. Aye. Okay, Justin posted ChatGPT jokes about US using imperial measurements. Why does the US still use imperial units? Because they refuse to inch towards progress. Why don't Americans like using the metric system? They think it's a killer bit too complicated. Oh, Jesus Christ. ChatGPT is fucking shit. What do you call it when American converts to the metric system? A milestone moment. Why did the imperial system refuse therapy? It didn't want to meter its... Oh, Jesus Christ, these are fucking terrible. They're not even dad jokes. Americans walking into a hardware store. Do you have 7/16 wrench? Europeans, do you have therapy? 6. Why did the scientist refuse to teach Americans about the metric system? He didn't have the literacy for it. The US ever switches the metric system, what will people call it? A great yard sale. That's mildly dad joke-ish. Was the imperial system so bad at dating? Can't kind of find a common footing with it. These are not even dad joke level. These are just shit. How do Americans measure their reluctance to adopt the metric system in light years? Why is the imperial system like bad Wi-Fi? It's stuck in the past, makes everything hard. Those are just fucking shit. There's some men's high fashion outfits without functionality, but they still at least have useful pockets. Yeah. I like the menswear guy on social media. I can't even remember his official handle, but he's just, like, he's always talking about men's fashions and stylish looks. And conservatives have decided he hates them because they're all about the conservatives all about wearing overly tight suits because they think, I'm a muscle guy. I'm going to show. And he's like, no, it just looks like shit and like you can't afford a suit that fits. Home for the Elderly. Don't know about you guys. Measure the height of people. I do. Height is always feet and inches. Weight is always kilograms. If someone talks their weight in pounds, I've got no idea what that means. If someone talks their height in centimeters, I struggle. Distances, I'm kilometers, but I can probably work out miles. Thanks, Celtic, for the shirt thing. Yeah, this is a very 50s, 60s abstract design, but it does have cocktail elements on it because of course, Chris, that's because the freedom units are correct. I just think it's weird that I'm half. Because I do genuinely struggle. When someone says how many centimeters tall they are, I'm like, what? If someone says how many pounds they weigh, I'm like, what? Dr. Gabo, you don't know what that is. You can use feet and inches for people's height. Yeah, maybe Dungeons and Dragons. That could be it. Yeah, and distance. I'm definitely kilometers in distance. That's miles. I have to really think about it. Undead Brett. An American tells you they were... Oh, no. I have no fucking idea. Like I just go search online, pounds to kilograms. I have no fucking idea what that means. Chris, you weigh $40. Nice. Yeah, no, I literally only use imperial for height with you. Everything else, using oppression units, imperial units. Sorry, no, wait, I'm fucking confused. I'm mixing up terms. Anyway, I use feet and inches for height, and that's it. Oh, see, kilometers changed when I was a littlie. So I never really knew. Actually, I do remember probably when I was somewhere between 12 and 14. So we're playing soccer. And in the country towns, you travel to other country towns to play them. And we just take that for granted. You travel anywhere from an hour to a couple of hours to play your sport against people from another town. And I remember I was somewhere between 12 and 14, I think. I was quite young. But in the car with my soccer coach, and his mum was in the car and posted an old mile marker. Well, no, it wasn't a mile marker. It was one of the new signs in kilometers. And it was saying how far the town was. We were going to Parks, I think. And it said it in kilometers. And his mum goes, "It's never that far to Parks." And he's going, "It's kilometers, Mum. It's kilometers." For some reason, I remember that. Justin, you're one of the few Americans who thinks in metric. I mean, all right. So far, I never actually was told things like how many feet in a mile and all that sort of shit. Yeah, we are just genuinely going to get weird fucking shit with Trump. Just massive overreach of him believing he can do things that just aren't legal. And there's all these sycophants going, "Yeah, no, that's a great idea. It's cool." They use metric for drug dealing. They never talk about pounds of cocaine. They're always talking about kilograms. I know 1 yard's 3 feet. 1 foot is 12 inches. But miles, I don't know how many yards are in a mile. It's stupid. It's something stupid. And it's like, because the original measurements for those are like, it's how far a man can walk in this amount of time, which is, there's no way a mile's 14. It's not that even. Yards in a mile. 1760. Okay, that is a rounder number than I thought. Or in 5,280 feet in a mile. Damn. That's it's ridiculous. Like, and I think because the original thing was, it was like how far a man can walk in a day. Because you had this, there wasn't just miles, there was chains and furlongs and weird fucking shit. So we've got to convert it here. Mile, nautical mile, marathon, parsec. A rod. A rod is 16.5 feet. There you go. A furlong is 660 feet. A chain is 66 feet. A league is 18,228 feet. Wait, so what's that? Is that is a league something in meters? 5,556 meters. This stuff is fucking stupid, honestly. Sorry, Chris, you said, when I ask you, you're funny. You know, most people are too stupid. Undead Brett says 49.9% are too stupid. Yeah, there you go. Damn. Yeah, no, those measurements are fucking ridiculous. There was all this vague shit of how far a man can walk in a day and fucking Jesus. That's the number of people who voted for Trump. Yeah. Damn. It's a great time to despair about humans. Nice, posting a video on the Discord about freedom units, which is funny. Nice. Impure units are sexist. I mean, maybe. It's a whole thing. What are we gonna do about it? Okay, that was the Discord noise. What's on Discord? A jukebox. Oh, Streaky Sega put the jukebox stuff. Okay, it's not there yet. Why does Trump want Greenland? It is strategically valuable, certainly, but the idea of not recognizing Greenland as an independent state, to just be saying stuff about buying or acquiring by force Greenland is surreal. And all these weird sycophants have to act like it's a sensible thing to say when it isn't. Okay, so I wondered if you're doing that. Yes, Dr. Abigail posted the Saturday Night Live sketch, Washington's Dream, which I have seen a couple of times and is very funny. Yeah, it does actually have natural resources, which would worsen the effect of climate change. True. But yes, it has some military strategic value as well. But it's just surreal the way he's talking about just doing it. It's just fucked. Suffer, it is not a date night. So all things being equal, I will be doing a Saturday night stream. There's always an asterisk on that because you never know, I might end up doing something, but it isn't a date night. Yes, Greenland's covered in ice and Iceland is green because Vikings were fucking weird. But when people say, why do they call that Greenland's icy and Iceland's green? Because Vikings were fucking weird, is my answer. So that's the way it goes. So I did, continuing sort of sorting things around the house, I did find another box of CDs. I did bring this up with Home to the Elderly. He's also picked up some CDs. I don't think this was sealed. I don't know. What's on the top here? This would be weird if I have gone through. It's got everything but The Girl. All right, you can tell me tomorrow night if I've gone through, because maybe I resealed it because it was sealed. So I don't think I've opened it on a stream before. I can't sleep on the bed this moment. I did actually clear it the other day, but then I brought up weird stuff that I've been finding, including, look, this camera, which I haven't used in more than 10 years, was in my camera bag. But I found the charger for it, and it still works. See? So yeah, when I was going through the cables and stuff, I found the charger for this, and I charged it, and much like the laptops, it was a little bit of a surprise to me that it worked. Oh, Celtic. I did find the VHS porn today. Chris, the Vikings brought the smallpox Armageddon, killed a few hundred. Well, you know, they brought the cap. Yeah, that's a DSLR. I mean, it can shoot video. And my video camera can take stills, but it's not designed to, whereas that camera is designed to take stills. Actually, I could show you. I think the VHS porn is just... I don't even have a VHS player. Heiny saying that's called a bridge camera. Okay, I'll take your word for that. So it's like... oh, where are we? Okay. Oh, laptops go up here. I think it's in here. It's like a box that's mostly comics. But there was some VHS porn in there. I'm going to show this because it's like low res. And this is the classic old school porn is... it's a whole movie. Apocalypse Climax. The visual's trying to be like Apocalypse Now. So it's a lot of people who start off wearing military uniforms and then get naked. Oh gosh, you need reading glasses on your computer? I need reading glasses on my computer. I'm not showing anything nude. I'm just talking about things. What are disc changes? Is that the multi things? Oh. And this one, Extreme Desires. I think this is a kinky one. There's no way I paid $60 for this. Yeah, no, this is a fetish one. There's people wearing nun costumes and nurse costumes and latex and pirate costumes. Well, that's interesting. The enclosed cassette has the word private embossed in red on the window. If not, it's an illegal inferior copy. Okay. It does. It has the word private embossed on the window. So it's a legit one. This was not video easy. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. I'm going to bed now as well. So a disc changer is a DVD stereo can hold swap. Oh, yeah, the multi-disc players. Yeah, I used to have one of them. I mean, I watch them. These are not ironic purchases. These are because I wanted to watch porn in the 90s. I'll just put them back. Oh, dear. Well, like I said, I don't even have a VCR. I can't even play them now. You have 2 LG multi-disc players. I mean, you know, I've got so many CDs. I don't think I have a CD player at the moment. I have to invest in one. You had one that could hold 300 plus. Damn. Hell yes, I like naked ladies and sex stuff. Damn fucking straight I do. Oh, were you putting a hashtag in that got auto-blocked? Yeah, YouTube does that. Just the way it is. Still the menus on the DVD players, yeah. I guess I could play CDs and DVDs on the PlayStation at the moment. I know. There was probably actually gay naked lady sex stuff. Yeah. Apparently not. It depends what you do. Not like a CD changer, you could have it. Oh, but there was always such a delay. Like I think I had a 6 CD changer, and you could randomize it. But if it was, there would be a real gap between because it had to go like, okay, we're taking that disc out and then putting this disc in and play. So that it was not exactly a smooth listening experience when you had the multi CD changer on shuffle. It's the whole thing. But you know what? Not wanting to, like a 10-second gap, depending on the make of the thing. Oh God, you know what I'm also remembering? There was this hardcore thing like, okay, so back in the day with cassettes, you got some cassette players that would autoplay the other sides. Basically, you play through one side of the cassette and then it would hit the end and go backwards and play automatically. But some audiophiles said that when it played backwards, the sound quality wasn't as good. So you had these high-end cassette players, and one was featured on the movie 9.5 Weeks, where you play the cassette through in one direction, and rather than just reversing, the thing would pop out and would flip the cassette around and then go back in. That was genuinely a thing because some audiophiles said the cassettes didn't sound as good when they played back. They felt like the best quality sound was when the cassette played the same way over the playhead. So, but there were these expensive players that instead of you physically turning the cassette over, it would automatically do it. Techmoan's done vids about those. There you go. No, I can't hear the difference. Like, I fucking listen to low quality MP3s on my iPhone. Anyway, yes, I will. I did see a thing. Got to eat the cherries. I have 2, 1.5, one pretty sad looking one. Fucking yum. Yeah, I just use iPhone. I had an iPhone for ages. Yeah, it is Sleepy Bobo's time. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night. I don't want to overdo it because it's Saturday night. But probably have a CD night. Hopefully the Oldie City got some new CDs this week. I found this box of stuff that I don't think I've had on the stream before. We'll see what happens. Time to slumber indeed, Brett. Party night tomorrow night. Getting into DTS CDs. Loving the surrounder. Yeah, I'm old. I don't want to be too fucked up. It's basically that simple. I'm old and I don't want to be. If I like party night, I'm usually fine on the Saturday, but I'm a bit ugh. If I did that 2 nights in a row, I'd be ugh. Not hungover, but tired and fucked up. Yeah, getting fucked up tomorrow. I've got a couple of ideas for tomorrow, actually. I've been making so many things this week. We'll see. But I'll see you all another time. And it'll be like #party night tomorrow night. So I'll see you all another time. But bye.
You are totally fucked up!